Hello everyone, welcome back to Kathryn-d channel. Sorry, it's been a long time here. That's the fabric I ordered from AliExpress. I love it so much. I love the color, I love the texture. So I have gone ahead to trace my bodice block. I have my pattern drafted already, so I just put another paper underneath. I've traced it already, so I'm just showing you how I used my tracing wheel to trace out the bodice block onto another paper. The paper was not long enough, so I had to join that brown part you are seeing. I had to label it before cutting it out so that things don't get messed up or mixed up, sorry. So I have my back, I have my front, and that's what I'm doing. I'm cutting it out to separate them. Yeah, but later on I had an issue with the front block, so I had to cut another one. I have to trace out another one entirely. So when you suddenly don't see the front one with the brown label at the down part, just know that I made a switch. So my back block is ready, my front block is ready to be manipulated into my desired style. Let's get into it. So that's the front. That's the new one that I had to trace out again because I had issue with the one I traced out first. So my neckline is a built-up neckline from the word built-up neckline. So I'm going to find a way to build up that neckline design. So first of all, I had to mark out my 6 to 8 centimeters inches. I had to mark it out because my style is going to be an underarm dart line. So I have moved my shoulder dart to my underarm. As you can see, I had to open up that side. That side is I cut it on 8 cm on the side front. I cut it out on 8 cm. So after that, after closing my shoulder dart to move it to the underarm dart, I put another paper on that neckline. How did I do that? I measured 0.5 from the neck point. And found somewhere convenient on my center front to, I found a point at the center front to connect the 0.5 inches that I measured at that neck point, and I just drew a straight line. It can be any point at the center front. It can be any point, just about 8 inches or 9 inches. So after drawing that straight line and I cut it open, I put another brown paper underneath, and spread it open by 2 inches. I spread it out by 2 inches. After that, I still went ahead to connect what I'm having. That's the center front. I connected with the base of my neckline. That's a green pen you are seeing. So the straight line coming from my center front, I drew it up to my base of neckline, and that's what I'm just cutting out now. After that, I added 1 inch. I added 1 inch to my neck point. I extended it out by 1 inch or 1/4 of an inch. I extended it out, still connected it to that base of neckline. Yes, it's a bit tricky, but that's how I did it. So after that, I tried to repeat the same method of building up my neckline for my back. Look at that. From that neck point, I added 1 inch. That 1 inch, I'm going to raise it. Yes, I'm going to raise that 1 inch on my neck point for the back. Yes, that's what I just did. I raised it up, and then I also raised 1 inch quarter at the center back of my neck, of my back pattern, and then I'm going to connect that. Yes, like I said, it's a built-up neckline. We are trying to build up our neckline. And then there's a way I'm going to blend. Yeah, I'm just going to blend it, with the shoulder point. Look at it, with a slight curve, so that it's not just a sharp, it's not going to give us a sharp shape. So I try to match up my front pattern with the back pattern to see that they're going to align by the time I'm going to join. So let me know in the comment section if you don't understand anything. Remember, the center front is no more straight. Because it's no more straight, we are going to have a joining. People did not really see that joining at my center front because of the kind of material I used. So that center front is no more straight. Yeah, it's a bit curvy. So what to do is just to make sure that you add 0.5 seam allowance. So your center front is going to have a seam. It's going to have a joining. Yeah, so that chest can still lay flat. If you are still going to cut it on fold of the fabric, there will be some bulkiness and you might not like it. So I just decided to make my center front to have a seam, a seam. I added 0.5 while cutting. My underarm dart, I've added my necessary allowance at that side front. Yeah, my armhole, I added 0.5 to join with the sleeve. Shoulder, I didn't have to add anything to my shoulder. And then the waist, I've added 0.75. I didn't make it 0.5. I added 0.75, just to have my sewing allowance and a little bit of extra for ease. So that's my front pattern that have been cut out, and I went ahead to cut the lining. Yeah, I used the white satin material for my lining. So basically what I have on the front, I'm just going to repeat it on the lining. So yes, armhole, I added 2.5. Shoulder, nothing is added. My built-up neckline, that's it. And then, my side, that's it. Basically, my darts, I had to notch out the darts, the markings, so that it won't be too difficult for me on the machine. Yeah, the underarm dart stops at 3 to 4 centimeters from my bust point. 3 to 4 centimeters from my, so that's what I marked there. So I'm also going to cut out my material for my back pattern, and that's what I'm doing. Yeah, my back had my side seam allowance, which is 1.5. Yeah, on the side I had 1.5. Okay, I think I added 1/4 of an inch. On the zipper I added 1.5. On my waistline I added 0.75. Yeah, on the zipper I added 1.5. On the side I added 1/4. Yeah, so the shoulder I don't add anything. Armhole I will add 0.5 so that I can join with the sleeve. For my dart, I had to notch that out so that I won't find it difficult looking for my dart point when I'm sewing. My armhole, I added 0.5. My built-up neckline, nothing is added so that it's not so high. And then I'll go ahead and cut and repeat the same thing on the lining. Yeah, I use white fabric for my lining, and that's it. Thank you all for watching.